In today's video, we are going to be diving deep into cover letters. What are they and why are they so important and why are they causing you those automatic job rejections? I will also be telling you 5 cover letter mistakes that you are making in your cover letters that are making recruiters cringe and how you can avoid them. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Divya Kataria. I'm a resume expert and an interview coach, and I've helped over 365 people across 18 countries land their dream job. So make sure you stick to the end of this video to understand how you can improve your cover letters effortlessly and land more job interviews. So let's get into it. So let's first understand what is a cover letter. A cover letter is a one-page document which is a short summary to your experience, to your skill set, to your passion, and also a pitch to the recruiter on why you want to join that company. The cover letter usually has 3 to 4 paragraphs, and it's also a requirement if you're based in New Zealand like me. You may be asked to submit a cover letter if you're based in Australia, New Zealand, UK, US, Canada, and some other countries. And let's not forget, all the Fortune 500 companies are going to ask you to submit a cover letter in the job application, which is why you need to understand how to nail your cover letters. So why are cover letters important and why do recruiters care about it? Number 1, if it is a requirement in the job application, that means you must submit a cover letter or you're going to get automatically rejected by the applicant tracking system. Number 2, some recruiters and some companies actually prefer to read cover letters over resumes. I personally know so many recruiters that actually read the cover letter first and then decide to read the resume. And in my opinion, this is because cover letters actually show the amount of effort you've put in into researching that company, to understanding the job description, and also bridging that gap for the recruiter on why you are the right person for the role. Number 3, it is a great way to show an elevator pitch to the recruiter and stand out of hundreds of job applicants by showing your written communication skills and how excited you are about this role. So as promised, let's get into 5 cover letter mistakes you are making without even knowing in your cover letters that are causing you job rejections. Number 1, the wrong cover letter format. There are a lot of flashy and beautiful and aesthetic cover letter templates on online platforms such as Photoshop, Canva, and pretty much any website you Google it, but they may not be the industry standard. So the first thing you need to do is educate yourself on what a typical cover letter format looks like and make sure that your cover letter is in the right format when you're submitting job applications. So here is the right cover letter format on the screen. The cover letter should start with the name on the top, followed by your address, followed by the date on which you're applying for the job, followed by the company's name and their address. The next section should be the subject section, showcasing your expression of interest for the particular job role. You can also put the job reference ID if you see the job on LinkedIn or any other online platforms. And this is followed by a greeting, and then you can actually go into the crux of the cover letter, showcasing your skill set, talking about your experience and your achievements. And then in the end, it ends with kind regards and your full name. So if your cover letter does not look like this and it looks one of those flashy online templates, delete that document today and make it simple. Cover letters are very simple documents. Focus on the content you're putting in and not on the aesthetics when it comes to cover letters. Just for your reference, I have put a bad cover letter example on the screen and the good cover letter example on the screen so that you can pause this video and see the difference. Number 2, wrong start to the cover letter. If you're starting your cover letter with this sentence or something similar, then you've got it entirely wrong. Your start to your cover letter is like a fish hook to grab the recruiter's attention. If you start on a passive and a boring format such as this, you're going to make the recruiter sleep and not even read your cover letter properly. So instead, focus on the hook and spend a lot of time thinking about how you can nail the first 3 sentences of your cover letter to grab the recruiter's attention and stand out of the crowd. So for the start of the cover letters, you can think about your motivation to apply for the job, your passion for the industry you're in, or maybe you can connect yourself to the company's mission, or maybe you've met somebody from the company in a job fair or a networking event and you found out how amazing the staff is. So here is an example that you can copy for your cover letter. My biggest motivation to pursue a career in business strategy development stems from my passion of building relationships with people, driving change, solving complex problems, finding new innovative solutions to problems. As a young girl, I was inspired by my father's business of converting raw rice being processed into a final product to be sold across India which sparked my interest towards finding my own career pathway in business analytics and development. Here's a pro tip. The easiest way to start a cover letter is talk about your passion for the industry and how you initially got motivated to pursue a career in the field. Mistake number 3. To whom it may concern. If you're addressing your cover letter to the recruiter by writing the phrase, to whom it may concern, you are living in Stone Age. And you need to stop doing that today. Why is that? Number 1, it's not personal and it's a very ineffective way of starting your cover letter. Number 2, it lacks personalization and also shows the recruiter that you have not spent enough time finding out the hiring manager's number on their company page. Number 3, it starts the cover letter on an impersonal and a generic note. So if you're doing this in your cover letter, here is what you can do instead. The best way to start a cover letter is by addressing the recruiter with their name and personalizing your entire pitch. So just head over to the company's LinkedIn and their website and find out the national hiring manager's name or the hiring manager's name and just write, Dear XYZ. If you can't find the hiring manager's name on any of the social media platforms, it's okay, don't worry. You can start your cover letter by saying, Dear hiring manager, and that is all. Number 4, focusing on yourself too much. I have seen countless cover letters where the candidate is not understanding the job requirements and literally making the entire cover letter about themselves by stating their day-to-day responsibilities, their initiatives, and that is all. Yes, I understand that cover letter is a place where you can brag about your accomplishments, your achievements, your initiatives, your projects, and talk about your work experience, but you're missing the point if you're not connecting that to the requirements of the job. One of the best cover letters that stand out and get job interviews are the cover letters where the applicant actually bridges the connection for the recruiter on what they have and how it connects to the job requirements. So first, let's look at a bad example and see if you're doing the same thing. So here I've put a cover letter of one of my clients before they came to take my services. So let's look at the second sentence of this cover letter. The sentence here is generic and actually not telling me anything about the applicant. The person here is making a very generalized comment by showing how thrilled they are and they have all the requirements that the company's needs and wants. However, they are not really telling how they connect with certain requirements of the role, which makes me think as a recruiter that they're copy pasting this cover letter and sending to literally every job description on LinkedIn. Now let's look at the second paragraph, which is basically the same thing, generic, boring, BS. Here the person is mentioning how well they have digital marketing strategies and skills and that analytical skill set that the recruiter is looking for, but they are not really giving examples of how they have this by the projects they've done, by initiatives, or by maybe certifications they've done. So the entire cover letter is lacking proposition on how they best align well with the job requirements, aka they're lacking the elevator pitch. So if your cover letter presently looks like this, here are 3 things you can do today to make an amazing cover letter. Number 1, read the job description and understand what is it the recruiter wants and what they're looking for. Number 2, think about the projects you've done, any work experiences you have, or any freelancer gigs you've had, which you can connect directly to the requirements of the role. If you don't have work experience, that's okay. You can think about any university projects you may have done that you can translate into the requirements of the role. Next, you want to focus on achievements and accomplishments and show yourself as a stellar candidate and create a storyline instead of just focusing on yourself. So avoid the phrases I am. Lastly, remove any filler words or jargons that sounds very generic and basic. Instead, personalize your cover letter and customize it again to the job description. Here is an example on the screen that you can pause the video and copy for your cover letter writing. Number 5, not highlighting your achievements and metrics in a cover letter. The whole point of a cover letter is for you to stand out of hundreds of applicants by giving a killer elevator pitch to who you are. And the only way to highlight how you are the best candidate among hundreds of job applications they've accepted is by highlighting your achievements, so your leadership extracurriculars, and also showing metrics. So here's an example on the screen where you can learn from on how to showcase metrics and achievements in your cover letter. If you see on the screen that this paragraph that I've written is actually from one of my clients' cover letters, and if you notice carefully, I have mentioned 30% as a metrics on how they have increased student engagement, which shows and backs up their work experience. And metrics also helps the recruiter visualize the impact of your skills. Hit the like button if you like this video because it actually motivates me every day to make more useful videos for you guys. Subscribe to this channel so you're the first person to get a notification when I post these amazing videos about resumes, cover letters, and interview prep. And comment below if I've not covered a mistake that you're making so I can actually make a video about it and personally message you. If you watch this video, then you're obviously preparing for your job applications, and I feel that you're gonna find this video very helpful where I showcase the perfect resume format which I use to help my clients land jobs in 90 days. I'll see you next time.